a lot of dating coaches, and I would argue most that at least I've come across, the only content that they push and the only information that they're pushing is how to be more attractive. For instance, I'm a man, so male dating coaches, they'll go and say, well, you have to increase your confidence and charisma, and you have to make sure that you don't show any weakness. And if you some of them even say don't apologize to women because that shows weakness, and then they start testing you, and you gotta yada 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 yada. It's just, don't text too many. Don't say I love you too much. Do not send too many text messages. Or if you receive a text message, wait about 2 hours or so and then respond. And you know what? I'm gonna say that a lot of relationships fail because people take that kind of advice. You see, that kind of shit, maybe in the very initial stages, maybe it's all based on attraction. It's about becoming attractive. But a relationship is not based on attraction. Attraction, it's good to have it in a relationship. You should be attracted to your significant other. But attraction is something that it's like the tides in the ocean. It can increase and it can decrease. It can become stronger or it can become weaker. And sometimes in the ocean, you could be, on a stretch of coastline where you normally get huge waves, and you could be getting very, very small waves. It can be very still. The ocean can be still, and the ocean can be extremely turbulent. It can have waves up to 100 or more feet tall, and it can be still, as almost as still as a fucking pond. So the attraction in a relationship is exactly the same. It's sometimes going to be very high, sometimes it's going to be low. Sometimes you're going to be craving your significant other, and sometimes you're going to be looking at others and then craving other people. All right? That's just the way that it is. So to base a relationship on attraction, it's a really volatile and unstable way of doing it. And it's so easy for the attraction to diminish. Relationships are not based on attraction. Relationships are based on communication and love. Communication and love. A great analogy I've heard about relationship, I actually read this on an answer that someone put online. He said that you are in a relationship, you are relating in the same ship. Relationship. And that could not more accurately describe it. You're relating in the ship, and that ship is your lives. That ship is your lives. Whether you're living together in the same home or you're not, it's your lives. And whatever is going on in your life and whatever is going on in her life, and that is the ship, and then the relating, that is the relationship. Attraction is in none of that shit. It's all about communication, conversation. That is what it is based on. And love. Love is not the same thing as attraction. Getting your dick hard because you look at a certain woman, or a woman getting wet because she's, around a certain guy, that's not love. Now, love and attraction can overlap. They're like a Venn diagram. They're like two circles that overlap. There is an area where they happen at the same time, but love and attraction are not the same thing. You can love someone that you're not attracted to. A man can be in love with a woman that is not his type. He can fall in love with a woman that is not his type physically. And likewise, a woman could fall in love with a man that's not her type. Love is not the same thing as attraction. Now, the reason that they're a Venn diagram is the attraction is what initially, brings two people together. And the attraction creates that passionate energy that can lead to love. It can lead to love. Oftentimes people say that hate is the opposite of love, but that's bullshit, all right? Love and hate are not opposites. Love and hate are two sides of the same coin. The opposite of love and hate is the absence of the energy and the passion from which the love and the hate as well come from. And so attraction can ignite that passion that from which eventually love can arise, but it's not the same thing as love. Love is built based on, and I would say the significance of the love is based on the significance the individual has had in your life. The more time you spend with this person, and the more of an impact and an imprint this person has on your life, that is where the love comes from. You love your parents, you love your siblings because you've known them all your life. Your parents made you. Your parents raised you. They had a tremendous imprint on you, and that's where the love that you have for them comes from. Whereas, for instance, if you were to take a person who never knew his father, let's say his father walked out on his mother when she was pregnant, and he never met his father, and then he meets him when he's 20-something years old, does he love his father? Of course not. So what that his father, that's his biological father. His father was not a part of his life. His father did not have an impact on him. And that is what love is. Love is based on the impact that you have on somebody. I guarantee you, if you took two people who are incompatible and you forced them to be together for like 20 years, they're going to love each other. They may hate each other because of their incompatibility, but remember, love and hate are not opposites. They're two sides of the same coin. They may argue with each other and yell and scream and curse each other out, but at the end of the day, if one of them passes, the other one is going to be devastated. Because the energy and the passion exists, and it's strong because they spent so much time together. And so that's not the same thing as attraction. Attraction can cause that by attracting two people together and then forming a relationship. And depending on the person, and what their previous life experiences are, that relationship could have a very significant impact on this person. But love and attraction are not the same thing. And a relationship is based on communication and love. It's not based on attraction. And most dating coach advice that you'll find on YouTube is how to be attractive. It's game. The game is not a fucking relationship. The game is ego masturbation. All right? It's all manipulation through ego masturbation. And while it may be effective in initiating a relationship, it is not a relationship. People have this completely backwards, and they think that the relationship is all about attraction. And what they fail to realize is, again, attraction is something that's going to constantly change. You're going to, how attracted you are to your girlfriend or how attracted you are to your boyfriend, depending on who I'm talking to, it's not going to always be the same. And on top of that, as people age, they'll become less attractive. But the love, if it is